chase the man who's chasing the skies.
Like I said, that I always wanted to become a businessman.
As we're talking about safety, the recent incidents about the Ahmedabad aircraft accident.
7 days after the deadliest plane crash, many heart-wrenching stories of victims and their grieving families are emerging following the tragic Air India plane crash in Ahmedabad.
What is your take on it? If you see the ratio of the total aircraft accidents in the world, it's hardly 1%. So it's still being the safest mode of transport.
To talk about why it happened, what it happened, I spoke about it extensively on the day of crash with multiple channels. But then a month later, but as far as Boeing and Airbus is concerned, I mean, I am also one of them who do not travel in Boeing. Whenever I am booking my tickets, also my office, my staff knows about it, that I will not travel in a Boeing. I am happy to wait for the next flight. I'm happy to take a one-stop flight, but I will not take a travel in Boeing, even if it's a direct, convenient flight as well. That's my mindset.
You are best friends with Shashi Tharoor.
See, Shashi Tharoor and me share a very special bond, I would say. He is a man with incredible experience, UN experience, his political experience, his writing journey, and most importantly, with my hand on my heart, I can say it with complete confidence. He is a man who, in the last 8 or 9 years that I know him, I have never ever seen him upset, angry, raise his voice on anyone. Never. And most importantly, one of the most humble, grounded person I've ever met.
Nowadays, you see every month there's a crash. Last month only I saw in July we had this Russian private aircraft crash. What I'm coming to a point is, you being a private aviation owner, when you read such news, does it scare you?
It doesn't. It honestly doesn't.
Hi Abhishek, how are you?
Very well, thank you. Good to be here. Good to be talking to you.
Thank you so much for giving us time, because
Always
we're
a pleasure.
trying to chase the man who's chasing the skies. So it has been a really long time that we've been able to get you on our podcast. So today we have Mr. Abhishek Kulkarni, who is the founder and MD of Urbane Jets and the Urban Media Network. So for Abhishek, for our audiences, those who don't know you, can you just give your brief introduction, please?
So, I don't know how to start, from where to start, and we've definitely not prepared for this, which is a most wonderful thing. But I am a first generation entrepreneur. I am an undergraduate. I couldn't complete my graduation, never was interested into studies, etc. But to support my family, I worked in a call center from 2007 to 2013, and then in 2013 is when I decided to take the plunge to be the entrepreneur. I became a real estate broker, and from 2013 onwards, and 2016 is when I decided to diversify into other businesses also, because that has been my thought process all the time. When since my childhood, I used to think that I'm going to be a businessman, and I've ever since my memory takes me to, as far as business is concerned, I've always thought that I will diversify into multiple businesses, and that's how the magazine came along. 2016 is when I decided. We started the permission process into 2016, and 2017 April is when we launched the magazine, and 2018 is when I became a. We thought that I always wanted to become a pilot, but I could not become a pilot due to my education and another health reasons as well. So then I thought that I can do something in aviation, because that's something very close to my heart.
Right.
And 2018 is when I thought that we should get into this private jet space, and there's a lot of why private jets and why aviation and all that.
Which we'll cover.
There's a long story for that, but I 2018 is when I started the aviation company. At that point in time, it started off with a name called Billionaire Aerospace.
Okay.
But then I changed everything to Urbane. But that's where we are. We are in 2025, and now we are in real estate, media, and aviation.
Amazing. I mean, this has been a dream journey, Abhishek. When I look at you, okay,
It has
starting
been a
from
roller
a
coaster journey for sure.
yes,
But who
absolutely.
doesn't love roller
Who
coasters?
doesn't love roller
Yeah.
coasters, especially when you're now going downhill? But let's talk about the uphill. You said you didn't complete your education. How was your family background then? How was your upbringing? Are you from Pune? Can you tell more
So,
about that?
so I'm born and brought up in Belgaum. I
Okay.
finished my schooling in Belgaum up till my 10th standard.
Mhm.
I had just joined a polytechnic college, diploma in polytechnic in
Right.
Belgaum, and that's where unfortunate situations at home where mom and dad uh, were not getting along and all of that, and that's when. Due to their separation, we
Mm.
mom decided that we will move our base to uh, any other city from Belgaum, and that's how we shifted to Pune.
Okay.
It was an impromptu call by my mom, and my elder brother as well was involved into that. So he's 2 years elder than me,
Mhm.
and that's how we shifted to Pune in 2004.
Right.
So to 2005 and 2006 is when I completed my 11th and 12th standard
Mm.
in Pune,
Okay.
and after that I ran a very small internet cafe and a PCO in
Yeah.
Kothrood
Yeah.
in Pune, and that I ran from 2005 onwards to 2007 July, and 2000, but that wasn't doing well as
Well,
the way we
yeah,
wanted,
yeah.
and we were losing money into that. It was also an internet cafe at that point in time, because
Hmm.
internet
Yeah,
cafes
internet cafes were a thing that
were a
time.
thing that time. So, but then 2007 July is when I reluctantly joined a call center job,
But
because I never
how
wanted
was
to do a job.
that? Why am I asking you this question? Because yes, we are in those 11, 10, 12 standards. We need money.
Yeah,
Every teenager does. Plus, you
but I
coming,
needed
yeah,
money for family
family.
purposes.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
not
Plus,
for
because
personal. Yeah,
as you said, the separation that does
yeah,
take a toll on the
the family.
family.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. And at that moment, there is this desire that whatever we have seen our family
Yeah,
suffer,
yeah,
we make a promise to ourselves that this would not be repeated.
yeah,
Yeah, and plus you are very young, and that is maybe why you started the internet cafe
yeah.
to earn money. But then, how was how was your
So
mind
I must
that time?
put it here. So it was not my decision to start an internet cafe, to be very honest.
Okay.
Throughout the entire process, it was my uncle, which is my mama,
Huh.
who has helped us through a lot. Sushil, whom you've met.
Right.
So he's helped us through a lot throughout the entire journey, and he's made sure that we are comfortable.
Hmm.
He's given his everything to just make sure that me, my brother, and my mother are
Right.
quite this. So it was actually his decision that that would be a good business to have,
Hmm.
and so we started looking for
Correct.
a shop, and we found one, and
Yeah.
that's how we started.
Where was
And
this?
this
In
was in
Kothur?
Kothrood. This
Kothur
was
where?
on DP Road.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we started this, and then it was me, because my brother had already started working
Hmm.
with at that point in time there was BPL, so
Hmm.
he used to sell SIM cards.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
so he's also struggled a lot.
Yeah.
He's at that point in time he also used to get, if I'm not wrong, about anything between 2,500 to 2,800 rupees per month as his salary.
Hmm.
And I said that I will take care of this as well as I'll go to the college, because college was very close. That's how it happened. So it was a decision which was impromptu, that we have to do something.
Right.
So why don't we do a internet
Correct.
cafe? That was it. But obviously, I mean, it wasn't this. Then we also started supplying milk. So I used to wake up in the morning at
Wow.
4:30, come to this, because milk used to come at 4:35 in the
Yeah.
morning,
Yeah.
and then so started supplying milk and all of that. So all of that wonderful. I would I say that they're wonderful things because they taught a lot of
Yeah.
things to us.
Yeah.
Had I not done that, probably I wouldn't have valued every single individual or human being that
Correct.
is there. So when when everyone looks at us, they don't know the journey behind, but at the same time, we are proud of the journey that we've gone that has gone behind, and
Right.
it's wonderful. It's once in a while, it's nice to in these kind of setups, it's nice to
Yeah.
remember
But
things
but
that we've gone through.
but coming back, 2007 when you decided that it's not working.
Hmm.
Then what was your step? Why? Because you're
So
doing
because
education.
at that point in time, then we see money was a prerequisite to
Hmm.
anything and everything. Uh, and at that point in time, we knew that there are call centers and all
Right.
of that, which is going to be a great,
Correct.
I mean, which is doing well. And why don't we? I mean, they don't need graduates or so, because I was an undergraduate.
Right.
So I happened to give an interview somewhere, got through, and joined the call center job, which was in Pune only. And I started. I clearly remember I started with 7,000 rupees
Hmm.
per month,
Hmm.
and then I worked at that particular company till 2008 November, and shifted my company, and I joined WNS in
Ah.
Magarpata city
Right.
in 2008 November. I worked with WNS till 2013, but with my childhood dream, like I said, that I always wanted to become a businessman. I had a small tiff, if I may say, with
Hmm.
my supervisor.
Hmm.
He was a pain. So that's when I decided that this is it. I'm going
Correct.
to leave,
Leave this.
and I'm going to do something of my own. I did not tell anyone at home that I have resigned.
Right.
But the day I resigned, I came and told my mom that, today I've put down my papers. And she said,
Hmm.
"What are you going to do?" I said, "I'll start a business." She said, where is there capital to start a business?
Hmm.
So I said, "I'll become a real estate broker."
But during that year of working in the job at WNS, so you must be meeting people around. You must be getting inspired by a few people. Why? Because we, when we are struggling in the struggling phase, rather, we see people who are ambitious. We see people who are starting out business. Because just to start a business, and why I'm asking this is, especially in Marathi families, we are not raised to become businessmen. We have been always told that you should do a job because it's safe, have a good salary, or go to US, something like that. So how was it at your place?
Initially, there was a little bit of reluctance, I would say. But somewhere my mom knew that I will do business, because her father, that
Hmm.
my grandfather, has been an extremely successful businessman.
Okay.
And it was always the thing in the this that, I mean, he also felt that I would do business.
Business.
Probably sometime not in front of me, but I heard that he said that somewhere that I would be
Hmm.
a good businessman or something of that sort. But yes, somewhere my mom knew that I will do business. There was reluctance only because there's a complete stoppage to a fixed income at home.
Right.
And that did happen when I became a real estate broker. For the first 7, 8, 9 months, there's absolutely no income because you're building your
Hmm.
base and all of
Correct.
that.
Correct.
uh, then it's after that when I actually started making this.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was reluctance because of that, as to how the family would run.
Hmm.
Brother also was working, and mom also was working at that point in time. She had already started working and all. But
Right.
yeah, that was there. But yeah, you're right that Maharashtrian
Yeah.
families do have this reluctance about business. But it's just about, we also have the responsibility to prove it to them that we
Correct.
will be able to do well.
Yeah.
And fortunately, my I have a wonderful family, incredible mother who has
Yeah.
always supported in whatever we do. So first about 8 or 9 months, definitely had no income, and it was difficult. There have been times where at that point in time my mother said that, okay, we respect that you want to do this, but
Hmm.
at the same time, do you want to join back
Hmm.
uh, a job and do that as well as simultaneously do this? But I knew that I will not be able to give 100% to either of them.
Right.
So I said I needed more time to to this. It was a difficult phase, no doubt, but I'm glad whatever happened, it was for the better.
Hmm.
Yeah, but those 9 months were extremely tough. Morale was down. I didn't know what to do. Sleepless nights.
Yeah.
I used to wake up in the middle of the night, saying that there's absolutely. I had issues with. I mean, uh, I clearly remember at one point in time that I had to go somewhere for a meeting, and
Hmm.
there was no fuel in the this, and I did not have money to pay
My
for the
God.
fuel. So I didn't know how to figure that. So those were things which everyone goes through.
One
It's
goes
not
through.
that I'm the
Yeah.
only one who is this and
Right.
this. So there's no
Right.
this absolutely no, everyone who has been, especially a first generation,
Right.
I feel go through this, and every person in life has to go through ups and downs, and these were our this. We proudly wear them as a badge
Yeah.
that we've gone through that, we've seen those days, and that is what is made us what it is. But that's
Mm.
how the start was.
Okay. So
Once I started, I think it was uh, started gradually, but over those 8 or 9 months that I did not have, I happened to meet a lot of people
mm,
who you know gave me confidence, one or second, who became my clients eventually in real estate. And one thing I had always decided, that if I do real estate as well, it's only going to be into the luxury segment,
right.
and which is why the kind of people whom I met also were
Mm.
of a certain this, who I knew that is they're wonderful people whom I can learn a lot from,
Correct.
whether business happens or not at that point in time. I've always been a people's person, and so I could learn so much from them, and eventually we also did business together. It's
Right.
yeah.
Right. So, real estate business started, and then you started with the Urban magazine. And by that point, did you consider ever that you'll have a, you'll be venturing out into private aviation? Was this a dream then? Why?
So
Because
I
somewhere
wa-
the seed gets sown, right?
so I always wanted to, even when I started my business, or when I was in my call center business,
Mm.
I'd made a kind of a plan for to start an airline,
Okay.
to an extent, not a business plan,
Hmm.
but when I used to travel, I mean, during call center days, I must have traveled only once or twice in a flight, not more than that. The first time I sat uh, in an airline was in 2010 December. I remember when I went from Pune to Bangalore in a Kingfisher airline
Yeah.
flight.
Mm.
But before that, I did sit in a plane after my fifth standard,
Hmm.
when we had school tours happening, and
Yeah.
I went to Nepal for a school tour. So we
Hmm.
took a flight from Pokhran to Kathmandu,
Hmm.
but I was so small at that point in time, and so I did not I don't remember much about it. I did not enjoy it,
Hmm.
because school days, you have seniors
Right.
from your school who want to sit in a place. I mean, a lot of
Yeah.
this. So, but anyway, the first time I sat in a flight where I remember, where I can remember the experience of the flight, was 2010.
Hmm.
After that, I think in 2012 or 13, I had already started making a this as to what do I want. I'll start an airline. I want compulsorily want do not want to serve those use and throw plastic spoons or wooden spoons and forks. It has to be steel,
Right.
stainless steel plates. I mean, it has
Hmm.
to be good crockery. And what, in terms of services, I had already started thinking what services I'm going to give.
Okay.
But then Kingfisher happened.
Exactly. I was going to come to
But
that.
then Kingfisher happened, and then Jet Airways was going through a turmoil. SpiceJet had already. Then all these things happened, and anyway, when you have to start an airline, it's not as easy as starting anything else.
Exactly.
There is a lot of capital and all of that. That's something that I wanted to start, which I did not. But then,
Hmm.
because I could not do that, or I did not do that, I said something in aviation I want to do, because I love aircrafts,
Right.
and that's how said that there's something that you can do with hardly any I mean, no investment whatsoever, is
Hmm.
become a broker. Like the way I've become a broker for real estate, you can always become a broker. And
Okay.
aviation
Okay.
broking
Huh.
is a term. It's a very big industry in Europe and
All right.
everywhere else. It's just that in India, it wasn't at that point in time. At least it wasn't that this. Now we have enough number of aviation brokers in this, and who are doing a fantastic job. So that's how I started in 2018. But
Hmm.
yeah, something to do with aviation was something that I had always
Right.
had in my mind.
During this phase, when Kingfisher scenario happened, SpiceJet, Jet Airways was closing down. Uh, Was there any fear that, why? Because I'm starting something like this.
See,
Plus,
the thing is, people get this quite wrong. Those are airlines.
hmm,
Private aviation, general aviation has got no
okay.
similarity as a
So can you,
commercial
for
airline.
our viewers, can you differentiate like between the airlines and private
Commercial airline is
aviations?
something
Yeah,
that you book a ticket and go
correct.
and all of that. It's they
Yeah,
call scheduled airlines,
right.
and private jets and all are non-scheduled.
So
So
you have private jets and helicopters as well, right?
private jets and helicopters are something they're non-scheduled.
Okay,
So it's got nothing to do with each other.
right.
Overheads are very high as far as this. I can't speak much about commercial airline because
Correct.
it's an industry that I've never gotten into. I
Right.
mean, with the face of it, whatever we see, and a little bit because we are into aviation, we know that it's not
Right.
a very easy business to
Correct.
run.
Correct.
But it's unlike, I mean, it's not the case in general aviation, what we call, which is private aviation,
Private
because
aviation.
every expense that you make in private aviation is paid for by the customer.
Right.
You are dealing with wealthy people who are ready to spend for anything and everything, including the airport charges to
Right.
uh,
The fuel and
fuel
everything.
and everything,
Okay.
everything whatsoever, everything is paid for. Unlike, I mean, you are paid for in the commercial
Commercial
aviation
aviation
also,
as
but
well.
the competition is so high that you have to bring down the prices
Correct. Correct. Especially
in
for a
order
market
to
of
compete.
like India.
Yeah,
Especially in the market like India.
everywhere across the globe, it's the same
Yes,
thing.
absolutely.
Yeah. So that's it. So it's completely different.
Hmm.
It's absolutely different, and I think you cannot not have a non-profitable general aviation or a
Right.
private aviation company.
Right. But then,
Unless you've goofed up so bad that you've taken aircrafts which are really high on maintenance, very old aircrafts, and
right.
they're uh, gulping a lot of your cash flows
Right.
in maintenance and all of that, then
Hmm.
that's a different issue altogether.
That's
But I don't think that would ever happen as such.
right. Then, as you were thinking about this, was there, so as you said, the term aviation broker. So what is that role exactly? And why am I asking this? If somebody wants to venture out into this business, if somebody has a dream to become an Abhishek Kulkarni, going ahead and own a private aviation business, what are those basic steps? Why? Because see, nobody has or I don't know if there's a manual to how to start an aviation business or something like that, or
No,
not a
so
course as well. So
there's no
how do you do it?
manual as such,
Ah,
but aviation broker in simple terms, I mean, it's goes without saying how a real estate broker
correct.
does. Someone owns a property,
Property.
someone wants a property, he is connecting.
Hmm.
Here in this, what happens is the person, the company, broking company or aggregator also, for the use of a better word, if I may. The aggregator is known to a lot of people who fly in private jets and helicopters regularly. Um, the owner of the aircraft is sometimes, yes, sometimes they are into the business of aviation, but
Right.
sometimes, a lot of times, there are industrialists and whose core business is something else, and they have an aircraft for their personal use, but when they are not using it, they
Okay.
will rent it out.
Rent it
So
out.
there has to be somebody. There is somebody which is the broker slash aggregator
Okay.
who kind of, if Mayuresh needs, and let's say if Rucha owns an aircraft, I'm sure she will one day. If she owns an aircraft, so it's a broker's responsibility to take the aircraft from her and give it to you with everything and make sure all your requirements are met.
Okay. Okay.
So, or I mean, any other. I mean, if you want a six-seater, if you want a eight-seater, whatever your requirement
Okay.
is, based on that, find for a good aircraft, suitable
Right.
aircraft for you, and give it to you.
So that could be nationally and internationally also.
Anywhere,
From anywhere.
anywhere in the world. Yeah.
Okay. And then what are the next steps when, like, for example, what were your first steps when you wanted that to go, I'll be going with this business now. Let me, like, first purchase a helicopter or a private jet. How was that decision made? And before that, what was all the ground planning that you did?
There's no ground planning as such. I just dived into this business, and there's no. They see, again, like I'm saying, a if you're getting into a broking business, all you need is contact. This is a contacts game.
Correct.
This is a game where you need to know the right kind of people. Yes, there are challenges. There are a lot of challenges when it comes to, especially in a country like India, where airports are so. I mean, airports have to be regulated. They are regulated across the globe. There's no doubt about it. But we are currently living in times where uh, airports make life difficult
Yeah,
for private aviation.
absolutely.
Bombay, like Mumbai airport, I'm sorry for this, but for Mumbai airport does not give slots easily because of the air traffic, that commercial air traffic
Correct.
that they have. It becomes difficult to give a slot this. Likewise, there are some multiple airports which we call it as only sunrise to sunset, which they don't run after sunset because there's no light landing and all of that. Multiple such challenges are there, which we go through day in and day out. We come across those challenges, that is there. But to start off, there is no groundwork as such to be done. Whether you, if you have contacts and if you know the right kind of people, you are into the business. I mean, what is the groundwork that a real estate broker requires?
True. You need good contacts
That's about it.
and good properties, obviously. So, so what was your first buy like? Was it a jet? Was it a helicopter?
We've not bought a single aircraft or a
Okay.
helicopter.
Okay.
We don't own any assets.
Okay.
Okay, these are whatever we have is the leased
All right.
asset.
Okay.
Okay, we are currently on a extremely asset light model, is
Correct.
what a most abused term in business nowadays is, that is a asset light model. But we do not own assets. To answer your question, our first helicopter is what we took on lease, was as recent as December 2024.
Right.
Then is when we took on the in March, on the 1st of March 2025, we took an aircraft which was a six-seater aircraft, which is again on lease. These are two which are exclusively on lease with, and there are multiple others which are non-exclusive for that matter, where we have an understanding with the operator or the owner of the aircraft slash helicopter,
Right.
where we have an understanding that we will commit to you that we will do these many hours of flying on your helicopter, but there is no exclusivity, or we don't pay you any lease rentals, but we just have a nice understanding where this is the kind of business that we would give you. But against that, we need a uh, there's a understanding that we get a price that no one
Right.
else gets.
Right.
So likewise, we have got about exclusive and non-exclusive put together, we have got about 6 now.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Amazing. But the thing is, how is the private aviation business in India? I mean, how is the competition? Why? Because a country like India, very few private aviation businesses are there, I guess. So, if you could explain us the challenges in the businesses, or if there are players right now as yourself, what are the things that you foresee now in the coming 5 to 10 years with the booming Indian economy and everything?
So
happening
this
now?
business is here to stay, and it is going to grow multiple folds for the next 3.5, 4 decades.
Right.
There's no looking back as far as that is concerned. We are currently where US or Brazil or those countries where private aviation is skyrocketed already right by now, and it still will go higher. We are currently in a stage where those countries were in probably in the 90s, early
Correct.
90s or
Yeah.
mid 90s. So that's where we are, and we are going to be. It's just with the rise in the number of millionaires, billionaires, constantly, disposable income has
Yeah.
increased, number of startups getting successful. And when I say startups becoming successful, I don't mean I just valuations are not success.
Correct.
I am talking about startups who have become businesses which are making real profits. That's success to me.
Correct.
Mere valuation game, and just because you're making losses and still go make an IPO of it, that's not success. That's just making investors fooling investors. So, but here I'm talking about businesses that are making good, who have got a robust business plan, got a got great fundamentals of business, and who are making money. Those businesses are growing in India.
Right.
Lifestyles of people are changing because of that. They want to have um, and especially after COVID, they have realized that instead of hoarding money or saving money, just saving, it's good to live life the way we want. And with constant what you see on Instagram and other social media
Yeah.
platforms as to how people are living life, whether they're actually living those lives or it's just influencers or
Exactly.
Instagrammers showing that kind of a lifestyle, that's a different debate altogether.
Mm.
But by looking at all of that, people have decided to change their lifestyles, and there are people whom we never expected that these people might be traveling in might travel in a helicopter or a private jet.
Correct.
They are, and which is a wonderful thing. There's
Absolutely.
nothing against it. They're earning money, it's their hard-earned money, they're spending, they're living, they've learned to live a life finally, probably, and it's a wonderful thing. So to answer your question, this industry is, as there's no looking back to this industry, there's great potential. Yes, there are challenges, many challenges that we face.
Mm.
To give you a few examples, for example, we had this is about as recent as 10 days back, or
Mm.
10 12 days back, we had a challenge where one of our client reached the airport
Mm.
and was about to take off. They had a meeting
Yeah.
at the destination city that they were going to go. They boarded the aircraft only to realize that the aircraft did not start because
Okay.
it had a battery issue.
Right.
The aircraft did not start.
Mm.
Unfortunate maintenance issue, you may call, or
Mm.
you know, it's a machine at the end of the day.
Right.
They
Yeah.
can be, I mean, our car and bike also don't start
Correct.
at times.
Cold starts you get, yeah.
So it happened. So they had to cancel their meeting. So unfortunately, I mean, the entire schedule gets changed.
Correct.
Those are
Correct.
the kind of challenges we face. There are challenges like yesterday, just yesterday, uh, one of the really high profile politicians was traveling somewhere, and we realized that the place that they were going to, that airport, they gave a permission at the end during the time of departure from one place to the other place.
Mm.
The airport refused
Oh,
permission,
permission.
landing permission. Um, so that's another challenge. What do you do in those kind of
Exactly.
scenarios? So there are such challenges which are mentioned at the start of the this, that there are we have issues to do with airports slash bureaucratic processes and all of that, which really need to improve. At we're positively going up as far as improvement is concerned. It is going to take time, um, but it will happen. And with
Mm.
the current government in place at the center, and when we were sitting in Maharashtra,
Right.
so I'll speak about our
Yes.
state. I think this government will definitely, they're
Definitely.
definitely doing things
Yeah.
that are for the better. It is going to take time. It's not going to be a overnight thing, but I'm sure, we are positive that it's going to
Absolutely.
do wonders. We also have challenges where we do not have enough number of MROs, what we call as maintenance and repair and
Mm.
overhauling. This enough number of MROs, or the ones that are there. Uh, Not everyone is, I mean,
Correct.
they're short of
Short
staff.
of staff.
There are a lot of rules and regulations of the DGCA, which is the
Right.
watchdog of aviation watchdog in India, which is Director General of Civil Aviation. There are rules and regulations which are right. I mean, rightly so, they need to have, because it's to do with
Yeah.
safety concerns. For example, let's say if a cabinet minister is on board,
Mm.
then you need to have a mandatorily, you need to
Correct.
have VIP qualified pilots who
Right.
have
Okay.
certain experience. You mandatorily have to have an engineer who signs the departure at the start of the
Start of the
day.
prayer.
So sometimes these agencies, these maintenance agencies, don't have engineers
Mm.
to sign off, and that is why we cannot do the flight.
Correct.
So challenges are multiple. I
Mm.
mean, but if you look at the flip side of that, there are more positive things than challenges. I mean,
True.
how many times in on a scale of 1 to 10, or on a scale of 1 to 100, let's say, how many times do we face challenges? It's one or two.
Correct.
98 or 99% of times we are doing successful flights on a
Exactly.
day in and day out basis.
Right.
So whether we want to focus on challenges or whether we want to focus on the good business that we do, it's our this.
Correct. But um, if it's a helicopter or a flight, so how are the distances like you're covering
Oh, so
nationally
that
or
I can go on for next 8 hours on
please,
this, but
please.
to tell you in the give you the crux of the this. See, it's completely depends on the size of the aircraft, the
Mm.
number of people that you're carrying, because weight
Correct.
matters a lot. Even in your commercial aircraft, they
Absolutely.
do give you a lot of grief when
Yes.
it comes to
The baggage and
baggage
this
and
and
all of
that.
that.
Yeah.
So it does matter how many people are traveling,
Mm.
especially in a helicopter or a small aircraft.
Mm.
It matters a lot as to how many people, passengers
Correct.
are there, what is the luggage that you're carrying. So there is no definitive answer to the distance of the helicopter, what we call is the endurance of the helicopter or the aircraft. It completely depends on the weight.
Okay.
There are aircrafts, private jets which are about 10 seater, 13
Mm.
seater and all, which we call the Falcon 2000 or the Legacies, and beyond that also we have the Bombardier Global 5000s and above. Gulfstreams have uh, G500s, G550s and above, and multiple of them who are long, which are long range aircrafts,
Mm.
these
Okay.
globals and this our Falcon 2000s and Legacy 600 slash 650s, which are Embraer
Right.
aircrafts. They have an endurance of, let's say, about 5 hours,
Okay.
4.5, 5 hours, 5.5
4.5 hours.
hours. But again, depends on the weight and all. There, a lot of weight doesn't matter as far as domestic traveling is concerned,
Mm.
because those aircrafts anyway can do point A to point B, whichever, let's say Kashmir to Kanyakumari also,
Okay. Huh.
with full capacity, because their endurance is really high.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
the larger aircrafts.
Yeah.
But when it comes to smaller aircrafts or helicopters, weight matters.
Weight
Yes,
matters.
yeah.
Okay. And which are the ones that you all have with helicopters and the aircrafts too?
So we helicopters is only twin engine that
Twin engines. Yeah.
we are currently dealing in.
Hmm.
Not that we do not do single engine, but we do not have any of them with us
Any
as of
particular
broking.
difference?
I'll
Yeah.
answer to you. So we are dealing in twin engines. This. So
That you have.
we currently have what we have in under our complete. This is a one twin engine helicopter, which is a Augusta 109. Uh, which is Augusta Westland manufacturer, and then there is a six-seater aircraft, which is a Beechcraft Premier 1A. And apart from that, when it comes to non-exclusive, there is a complete whatever is available in India. We deal with
Hmm.
it as an aggregator slash broker, and so that's what we do.
Hmm.
And to answer your question about the difference between single engine and twin engine, it's nothing. It's just single engine has one engine, twin engine has two engines.
Okay.
From from where I see, safety doesn't matter. I mean, it's safety matters, but in the sense that there's no difference between both of them as
Okay.
far as safety is concerned.
Hmm.
But it's a human tendency to obviously feel that twin engine will be more safer
Right.
than a single engine. But if really doesn't
Doesn't matter.
matter that much. But yes, what if it's a cabinet minister or someone traveling? There are parliamentary protocols where a twin engine
Twin
is
engine is
compulsorily
compulsory.
required. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh, as we're talking about safety, the recent incidents about the Ahmedabad aircraft
Hmm.
accident. What is your take on it? Why? Because after that, people have become a bit scared, obviously. But if you see the ratio of the total aircraft accidents in the world, it's hardly 1%. So it's still being the safest mode of transport.
Mhm.
So what was your reaction when that accident happened? Why? Because we all were, stressed out.
See, the reaction, obviously, the first reaction is going to be, oh shit.
Yeah.
Very sad, unfortunate. Innocent lives were lost.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter who it was, what they were doing, because there was a lot of news about
Yeah.
our ex chief minister of Gujarat,
Yeah.
Mr. Rupani, who also lost his life, unfortunately. But at the same time, every life in that aircraft
Absolutely.
mattered, be it the crew, pilots, or passengers.
Correct.
Every single life mattered. So unfortunate, innocent lives lost. To talk about why it happened, what it happened, I mean, I spoke about it extensively on the day of the crash with multiple channels, but that was very premature to speak about why it happened, and everyone is an expert on that day to talk about it, but you never know, you actually don't know what happened at that point in time. But then a month later, preliminary report came out, which was released by AAIB, that Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, where they said that the fuel indicator, fuel switch was switched off.
Yeah.
It is impossible for a pilot after he takes off to, by mistake also or intentionally also, to switch off the fuel. And the pilots who were flying those aircraft, they had extensive experience on commercial airlines over a
Right.
period of few years that they were flying. So it is definitely a technical problem. Whether it's a maintenance issue from Air India's side or it's a issue from Boeing side was a debatable
Right.
question after the report came in. And to my mind, it was clearly a Boeing. This is what I feel. Again, I may be wrong. I am not saying that it was that.
Yeah.
But tell me one thing, that was the same issue that Boeing had flagged in 2018 and asked all airlines to check that particular fuel cutoff switch, which cuts off fuel from the this.
Engine, yeah.
If they had already flagged that in 2018, it clearly means that they figured,
Right.
and they had mentioned
Exactly.
all their models in that, and we have that report is public. It was a bulletin that was released in 2018. And I don't think it was anything. I mean, that issue was prevalent in probably in all Boeings,
Right.
which is why they issued that bulletin. And Air India, I don't, I mean, Air India also confirmed,
Yeah.
reported that there was no maintenance. They also checked from their end, and there was no maintenance issue whatsoever, because their maintenance checklist and every single
Correct.
thing in aviation has a checklist, is
Absolutely.
recorded. Every single conversation between the pilots and everything is recorded, be it private aviation or commercial aviation. So my personal belief is that it may be a Boeing issue.
Boeing issue.
But at the same time, we'll have to wait for the reports, the
Right.
complete reports to come, which will take about at least about 8 to 10 months or a year or so. Preliminary report has come out within a month's time, like AIB had promised,
Right.
and that also has uh, kept a lot of people confused as to, because the wordings in the report itself are quite
Correct.
this, because one pilot asked the other pilot,
Exactly.
why did you cut off? He said, I did not cut off. It's impossible for
Impossible,
this
yeah.
to
And that too with pilots with so many hours of flying experience in their
whether so many hours of flying experience, or, see, I'll tell you, before a pilot even gets into the real cockpit, he's done a lot of simulation and all of that. So one is you're right, with so many hours of flying experience, but at the same time, even if it's a fresher pilot, one would not cut off a fuel. It's
exactly.
impossible. Yeah.
So now with the flight thing that you said with the Boeing, right? And now there's a lot of news that Indigo is buying from Airbus, and Airbus is coming back, and then they've promised a fleet of 200, 300, 400 flights that they're buying and everything, which is a large number. Do you think somewhere, just for the sake of this. There's a company war going on between Airbus and Boeing, so that somewhere or the other people feel that no, now, because see, when I used to travel, I didn't know which flight I'm going on, whether it's a Airbus or it's a Boeing. But now it's become like, okay, Airbus is more safer. Then you will get
So
all those reels where that sound goes. So that means that the flight is very safe and everything.
So see, historically, it is wherever reports have come, we had the Boeing
Ah,
737
yeah,
Max issues. A
yeah,
lot of aircraft were grounded across the globe. All Boeings. We haven't seen any reports of Airbus mass grounding
correct.
whatsoever. Okay, that is one point. Second, with I mean, you've asked me two different
Yeah,
set of questions in the sense one is Indigo placing so many orders with Airbus and all of that. That's a different issue altogether. It's a choice. See,
no, yeah,
for an airline,
absolutely.
there is a lot of things that go into
Mm,
planning when it comes to placing an order. See, pilots are type rated for a particular aircraft.
okay.
Yeah,
Mm,
if it's one type of aircraft, entire fleet is of a similar type of aircraft or similar, it becomes easier from the maintenance standpoint and a lot
mm,
of other things also.
right.
Cross utilization of pilots, it can be parts, reservation of parts,
Correct. Yeah.
and you can use it. If there is a Boeing also and a Airbus also, it becomes extremely difficult for them to manage. They have to keep stock of all parts here. They have to have separate maintenance engineers for both. So pilots also,
Yeah.
crew also. So a lot of things go. But as far as Boeing and Airbus is concerned, I mean, I am also one of them who do not travel in Boeings.
Mm,
I don't travel in Boeings. Whenever I'm booking my tickets, also my office, my staff knows about it,
mm,
that I will not travel in a Boeing. I am
right.
happy to wait for the next flight. I'm happy to take a one-stop flight, but I will not take a
Right.
travel in Boeing, even if it's a direct, convenient flight as well.
Mm,
That's my mindset.
correct.
uh, I don't say that everyone has to do that. I will not say that Boeings are
Going down.
horrible, or I will not
Yeah.
put a
Yeah.
label to Boeing, or I will not
Yeah.
put a label to Airbus. I am not confident on traveling in Boeings, and I like to live my life in a manner that I feel comfortable or confident about,
Right.
and do things that I'm comfortable in. So I don't travel in Boeing.
Mm,
That's whatsoever, be it domestic, international,
yeah.
whatsoever. There have been times where I've booked even Emirates Airlines, and after booking once, I have come to know that it was a Boeing
Boeing.
777. So I cancelled my flight and waited for the book the
Next one.
next Airbus A380 flight. I'm
Mm.
not comfortable traveling in Boeings.
But nowadays you see, every month there's a crash. Last month only I saw, in July we had this Russian private aircraft crash. What I'm coming to a point is, you being a private aviation owner, when you read such news, does it scare you?
It doesn't. It honestly doesn't. See, it's the safest mode of travel. Flights are the safest mode of
Right.
travel.
Correct.
Uh, there's so much that goes as far as safety checks,
Mm.
regulations, and all of that. There's so much that goes into it that we know that there is no this.
Right.
Yes, you hear reports of DGCA has summoned Air India because of these
Mm.
many issues and all of that. I won't talk about commercial aviation.
Yeah.
And even then, I will say that even if it's commercial aviation, it is still the safest mode of travel. But it doesn't scare me when I see
Mm.
crashes and all of that. There are, I mean, like you said, only 1 or 2% of this of the all the
All the
aircraft that you
aircraft
see the
sales. Yeah.
number of aircrafts that are flying
Exactly.
at any given point in time. You open flight radar 24 right now and see there are thousands of aircrafts
Yes.
which are in air right now. Uh, as against, there are at least about 5 or 6 road accidents on in every 100
Average. Yeah. Yeah.
cars
Yeah.
every day. So road travel is more dangerous than air travel.
Absolutely.
So no amount of crashes Yes, it is sad that uh, you lose life. There are more fatal accidents. Fatalities are more as far as aviation accidents are concerned, and it's unfortunate, but it doesn't scare me.
Amazing, because that's a very that's the confidence I need when I'm booking a flight with you. Why?
Yeah.
Because if the person whom I'm booking with the flight, he's so confident as an owner, as a passenger, that would really ensure me that I'm going to have a safe flight. But coming back to meeting right people at right time, building those contacts. When we go through your Instagram page, you have met the best of the best celebrities. You are connected with all the politicians. Okay, because definitely I think those are also your clientele, or
Not
maybe
necessarily,
not
but
necessarily,
yeah.
but yeah. But then how did that journey start? Why? Because when you started aviation, you started making good contacts, and then how was it like when you meet them, when you're friends with them now?
See, I have always been a people's person since my
Mm.
childhood. I was, I'm still friends with a few people who used to be my dad's friends when I was a kid.
Mm.
My dad is not in touch with them anymore,
Mm.
but I am still friends with them. So I've always been a people's person since childhood. Uh, I make good friends with, especially with people who are much more seniors than me.
Mm.
Probably because I like to take a lot of wisdom from them and learn a lot from their experiences. Or I don't know what it is, but I connect well with people who are much above my age. Um, and definitely all these people whom you talk about, whom I meet and whom I'm very
Yeah.
blessed
Blessed.
probably to
Yeah.
have who have I've become pally with, who are the politicians or this. I think they are all above my age. They all bring a certain kind of an experience and wisdom with them, and I learn from them. I connect well with them. A lot of them are clients. Some of them are not my clients. May become my client. Don't know,
Yeah.
but I don't look it from that perspective.
Mm.
I look at each person from a people to people relationship. I don't look at them from any other perspective, and so that that it is. And also, I'll tell you another thing, that when you start looking at people from a point of view that what can I get out of this person,
Right.
you will never be able to get anything out of that person.
Mm.
But when you start looking at that person that I'm going to learn something, or maybe uh, forget about learning,
Correct.
it's just I connect well with this person
Mm.
and I'm in touch with this person. Something may happen, may not happen, but invariably something good happens, comes out of that relationship. It may be monetary, it may not be monetary,
Mm.
but that relationship matters to you
Yeah,
a lot.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But how you are best friends with Shashi Tharoor, and how did that friendship happen?
See, Shashi Tharoor and me share a very special bond, I would say.
Yeah.
And I would take this liberty to say that we share a very personal bond. I met him in 2017 first,
Mm.
where I actually met him to I connected with his office because I wanted to have him on the cover of our magazine.
Mm.
We had just started the magazine, and at that point in time, his Oxford speech in
Yeah.
had become quite viral.
Viral.
And I thought that this is a right man to put on the cover of the magazine. And that was August 2017. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought 15th of August is the Independence Day. I said this is the right man to have on the cover of an August independence issue, because he's just spoken about the British Raj in India
Yeah.
before 1947 and all of that, and the reparations and all of that he had spoken about. So I connected with him. He happened to come on the cover of the magazine. That's when I first met him in 2017. I clearly remember it was 14th of July 2017 is when I first met him. Uh, and since then we've just become really good. I mean, we like each other a lot.
Mm.
Is what I mean. I can also take the liberty to talk from his behalf, because I know
Yeah.
that's the bond that we both share with each other. Um and since 2017 we've done enough and more stuff. I mean, in the sense that he came on the cover of the magazine, then I asked him to write, requested him to write in the magazine. So he started writing a regular monthly
Wow.
column in the magazine every month. Since then, we had the honor of presenting him with the Urbane Man of the Year award in 2019, which is a
Mm.
prestigious uh, flagship award, Urbane Man of the Year. So that he was kind enough to accept that from us. And apart from that, we've got great personal. I've been into his for his son's wedding, Ishan's wedding. I am there for every birthday of his. I don't miss any of his birthdays. There are times I go without telling him to surprise him for his birthdays. He's come to for my wedding, stayed for
Mm.
2 3 days with me for my wedding recently in
Yeah.
2021 when we got married. And it's a different this. And very recently, like just 2 days back,
Yes.
he came to Pune on my invitation for 2 days, where we had a wonderful lunch at home. Um, Called a few of his friends, my friends, at home. Then we did this event where you were a part
Yes.
of,
Yes.
where I happened to interview him. Had more than interview, I think we were both were in a conversation about his life,
Absolutely.
his books,
Yes.
and because he's a fantastic orator, incredible writer, author.
Amazing.
We did a similar thing in Bombay few
Hmm.
a couple of years back or a year back. So so we share a wonderful bond. And like I was telling you some time back, that no relationship is monetary
Correct.
at times, or there are some relationships which we do not have a single monetary this. It's
Yeah.
just a personal bond.
Non-transactional.
It's a completely a personal bond that both of us share with each other. We just clicked. Like I said, that I connect well with people who have great wisdom,
Yeah.
and that he is a man with incredible experience, be it his UN experience, his
Yeah.
political experience, his writing journey, and most importantly, he is, and because I know him so closely,
Hmm.
with my hand on my heart, I can say it with complete confidence that that he is a man who,
Right.
in the last 8 years, 8 or 9 years that I know him, I have never ever seen him upset,
Wow.
angry, raise his voice on anyone. Never. And I'm being very this. I can right now keep my hand on a Gita and tell you that what I'm saying is right,
Wow.
true. I've never seen him raise his voice, never upset, never angry with anyone. And most importantly, one of the most humble, grounded person I've ever
Yeah.
met. He has his feet on the ground at all times. He
Hmm.
meets ambassadors, consulate generals, best of Indian and
Yeah.
international politicians, businessmen, day in and day out. It's very easy for a person to get carried away with all
Hmm.
of that.
Yeah.
He is one man who is. I can go on and on
Yeah.
about him. I mean, I can just go and on about him,
Absolutely.
but he's just fantastic. We share a very special bond.
But when you said, why? Because this is a quality a lot of people would like to learn. Why? Because keeping it non-transactional, as you said, being a people's person. What is it that you feel, or have you developed yourself like that in order the way you speak to people? Because we have also spoken. You've been this sarcastic guy. You crack jokes here
So,
and there, and you're fun to party with too.
so I'll
So.
tell you what. There have been times where my close friends or
Mm,
sometimes family also has said that you've got an incredible network,
mm,
but you are not some. Most of the times, you're not successful in converting that network into net worth.
mm.
But that is not why I made that network.
Right.
Uh, that is not why I made friends.
Mm.
Today, I can definitely, and not blowing my own trumpet, but it is easy
Right.
and possible for me to pick up the phone and call up any person from any industry
Absolutely.
whatsoever in India. I can connect people with the other person. I can do that. But as far as getting business out of them is concerned, I may accept that I've failed at it, but I'm happy that I've also failed at it at times. I'm very happy that, because the relationship that we share with each other, with a lot of people, is beyond any transactional means. Very recently, just 2 days back, when Shashi Tharoor had come to Pune and we were heading back to Delhi, we traveled together to Delhi. That And in the flight we were discussing that very same thing, that he also mentioned and I also mentioned that we've never had a transactional relationship whatsoever, and
Right.
the bond that we have, that him and me share, it's incredible, which is something that both of us don't we still think, ponder over it as to how has it happened, and it's just happened. And I'm sure he has got multiple such people like me whom he
Yeah.
has got that bond with, because
Correct.
that's the person he is. The credit completely goes to him, because he maintains that it's easy for someone of that stature to say that why should I be in touch with.
Correct.
But he's not there. He sees the good in you.
But then, do you believe there's destiny, or do you believe in God, or are you spiritual? Why I'm asking these three separate questions is because destiny, definitely, if you believe, then maybe where you are right now, was it a destiny's play, or was it being spiritual, or you believing in God has helped you to build this version of Abhishek today?
So let me put it this way: destiny, it's a cliched phrase that you create your own destiny.
Correct.
But I'll speak a little more about it. I have seen how much efforts I have taken to build the relationships that I have. Clearly, destiny hasn't given me those contacts. I've built them. I've made those relationships. I've nurtured those relationships. So there's no role of destiny in it.
Right.
So it's easy to say that you create your own destiny, which I believe in it also. But at the same time, I also there is much more to it. You Anything and everything that you have today, that you have achieved today, that you have lost today, is because of your own doing.
Right.
So when every morning you wake up in the morning and know that you know this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
When you have planned something for the next day, today, before you put your head to the pillow, you know that next morning I have to do what I have planned. If I don't do that, and if I sit thinking that my destiny is going to take care of me
Correct.
and sit at home, it's not going
Not
to
gonna happen.
happen. Okay, so you do create your own destiny. Spirituality and God, yes, I am a spiritual person. I do believe in God. I have do my own puja rituals or worship. I do worship every morning when I get ready. I do go to my temples, and I am. But that's not because you're expecting something in return from God, but it's always a belief from within that, okay, there is someone to take care of you, at least to take care of your inner peace, confidence, when you are not going through a smooth phase, or when you are in a rough phase. It is not that because I worship today, I'm going to get a crore in the evening. It's not that. It's just because there is a belief in you, and that belief is inculcated in you because of your own thought process. I mean, if you're worshipping every single day, but still at the same time doubting, why am I doing this? Someone asked me to do it, that's why I'm doing it, and you continue to, you're not going to get that belief system, that you're not going to build that belief system or that confidence in you. Worship, spirituality, and all is just to build you in a manner that, to make you believe that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But you also believe in Swami Samartha of Akkalkot. Why I'm asking this is because my dad is also a very avid believer of Swami, and even in my family we have been. But have you had any experiences where your trust in the power, you start trusting it even more? Has there been anything like that?
So,
Anything you would like to share?
so the thing is, I know in the sense, yeah, I am a bhakt of Swami Samarth. I have belief that no matter what, he's always there to protect us. I know that so he's. I mean, how do I put it? I mean, you just don't need to compulsorily,
Mm.
mandatorily do these set of things uh, to make your god or make any guru or this happy.
Happy.
It is just that belief, like I rightly said, and yes, but when deep within, deep inside, you feel that strength, no matter
Mm.
what, that yes, this is Swami is there, or
The
whoever,
power is there.
yeah,
Yeah.
whichever god you're worshipping, whichever god you believe in, whichever Lord you believe in, that belief has to be there that my God will not let me
Mm.
down, or my God will not, kind of put. I mean, whatever lessons they're teaching you, whatever you're seeing, these are the lessons that you're learning in life.
Yeah.
And I do believe that yes, if even if I'm going through a rough patch, it is it is God who is teaching us, building us up, or making us stronger to
Right.
to face that
Face
same
that.
problem in the future whenever you get that. But at the same time, it does not mean that because हाँ ये तो भगवान ने हमको
हाँ.
ये किया है तो अब हमको कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं
Correct.
है, he will bring us out of it. ऐसे नहीं होता है, आपको करना पड़ेगा.
Mm.
You will have to just.
So a lot of times, I meet people. Few of them are atheist. They don't believe in God at all. Few are agnostic. कि जब तक भगवान नहीं दिखेगा तब तक और एक्सपीरियंस नहीं आएगा तब तक हम भगवान में नहीं मानेंगे. And then there are people like me who have always believed in God. But somewhere there are reasoning to that, because so they say that if you've had challenging times in lives, if you've gone through a very very you know tough time in your life, that is when you start believing in God. Because why? Because you only have that.
Hmm.
So do you have a certain similar experience, or was it different with you?
No, not really. See, I've in our house we've been I'm we've been raised in a manner that I've seen elders every morning after getting ready, they've
Right.
cleaned the temple, did puja and all. So when you
So there
see something,
was
so it's
the
not
environment.
that just when there a problem arises, that yeah, it's a human tendency that when you face some issues, you
Mm.
naturally probably go
Get
to the
inclined,
temple.
yeah.
Probably a day when you're not supposed to go to the temple, you still go to a temple, and this, which is
Mm.
instinct, human instinct, and rightly so. Why not? You feel that you want to connect with God. You want to, just, and that's not, you may go to a temple and ask for some things from this, but at the same time, it's more deep within. It's also to give you a inner peace that you feel nice. The
Absolutely.
atmosphere, the energy that is there, where in the temple or in your own mandir at home,
Mm.
the energy is different.
Absolutely.
So you feel nice, you feel positive once you go. That has to be the main reason. It's not about take me out of it, but more, if you just want to ask something to God when you are in a problem, you can ask for to show the right path
Mm.
instead of asking God to take me out of this problem.
Right.
Show me the path for me to come out of this problem. I think that's a better way to communicate with
The God.
God. Yeah.
Amazing. So, uh, what would Abhishek Kulkarni now in 2025, if he meets Abhishek Kulkarni, the one in 2005, 20 years ago, what
Hmm.
would you say to him? And if there would have been a conversation about the ambition, money, and everything, what would you tell your 20 years younger
I
person?
I honestly, to be very honest, I wouldn't tell anything different,
Hmm.
or I don't regret any single thing that has happened in my life in the past. I'll tell you why. The Abhishek Kulkarni of 2025 is because of the experience that Abhishek Kulkarni has faced from 2005 you mentioned.
Yeah.
I would say 2005 to 2024.
Hmm.
All those experiences has made Abhishek Kulkarni what he is in 2025.
Hmm.
So I wouldn't give any advice to a 2005 me, because I am proud of whatever I've experienced. I'm proud of the mistakes that I have made. I'm proud of the blunders that I have made, and at the same time, things that I have done,
Yeah.
achieved. Uh, I'm really happy with every single day that I have lived my
Mm.
life, and there are no regrets whatsoever.
Mm.
I would only want to go and tell Abhishek Kulkarni of 2005 something if I thought that, oh, this is something that I should not have done. Yes, you rightly feel every time at that point in time, if you're facing the heat of any or consequence of any mistake that you have done, at that point in time you do feel that I shouldn't have done that. But moving forward in the hindsight, you feel that no, I'm glad that I did that, so next time I don't make the same mistake. So I have no regrets whatsoever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Would you want to talk about the physical uh, challenge that you faced? Why? Because when you're in your prime of life and when you get hit by a certain physical challenge, it actually it can shake a person.
Which physical challenge are you talking about?
The
Yeah,
facial
okay.
paralysis
Yeah,
thing.
so that was way back when I was 2 months old. I always
Okay.
say that this that is not something that I have. I mean, I've gone through it, no doubt. But because I was so small, I was 2 months old when I
Okay.
had the facial paralysis.
All right.
It is my mother who suffered a lot.
Huh.
She has had sleepless, I won't say nights, but she's had sleepless months,
Mm.
and she's gone through really a lot to this. She's not put me down. I mean, these are all the stories that I hear, because obviously a 2 month baby wouldn't have the
Yeah.
this to and I don't have a memory of what I was 2 months old. But I know for a fact that she's not even left me. She's always kept me in her lap for months together, for days together. She's suffered a lot,
What was the condition?
and
Sorry.
it was just a Bell's palsy is what you would
Okay.
call it.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
just a Bell's palsy, but it was for a 2 month old baby. It's definitely a
Yeah.
lot. I have heard stories from my mother of what all has happened
Mm.
um, during those times in during the course of treatment.
Mm.
And it was quite, I mean, even today when I hear of it, I wouldn't want, forget a small infant, but I don't want anyone to go
Yeah.
through what has happened. I couldn't speak for the first 3 years of my life.
Mm.
Doctors had said that I would never be able to speak. Uh, However, I spoke. And the first word I said was I or ma, but mainly I called my mom, is the first word that
Mm.
I
You
said,
said.
I spoke. That was at the age of 3 or 3.5, when I was 3.5. Till then, I couldn't speak. So those are the things, and all those sufferings, or more than those difficulties, unfortunately had to be faced by my mother.
Mm.
As a small baby, I did not face that much of this, because I couldn't.
Right.
I felt that at that point in time,
Yeah,
I'm
but while
sure, but
growing
today
up
I
in
don't
school,
remember.
but in school or college,
Yeah, but I always jokingly say that first 3 years of my life I did not speak. So when I started speaking, I did not stop speaking. So I constantly keep speaking.
and
Yeah.
today we are having this podcast where you're speaking amazing.
Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I mean that Abhishek and your mom would also be proud.
She is. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is. But we are also proud. Me and my brother are really proud of how she's raised us.
Mm.
What all the things that she's gone through. I mean, I was an extremely notorious kid
Mm.
in school, and little bit of college that I did. I mean, I don't think any child would have done things that we have done, that I have done. My brother was always a innocent
Okay.
child,
Uh,
but and he was a studious. I mean,
mm.
he's a badminton player, so he's done well. And since his school days, he's always been
Mm.
playing badminton since his second or third standard, and he's always been serious and focused on badminton. Me, on the other hand, I joined badminton. I goofed up there. Um, I mean, I've been a notorious kid all the,
Mm.
and to raise me, or to raise anyone, only I mean, I really hats off to my mother to kind of raise me the way
Amazing.
she's done that. Yeah.
Amazing. So, Abhishek, then what would be your plan right now? Why? Because you have the urban media company going on. Okay, but before the plan, let's talk about the urban media company first. How did it start? Why did you want to start? Why?
So
Because in the
Urbane Media Network is a
huh.
media venture which we started in 2016, like I mentioned. It is we print a
Hmm.
lifestyle magazine since 2017. It's a high class luxury elite magazine, pan India magazine, which is born out of Pune, born out of this very place. And we I started this because when I used to be in real estate broking, I thought that I need something more
Hmm.
to reach out to more people. And at that point in time, I thought that I'll start a real estate magazine. But I realized that I myself, as a person from the real estate industry, also would get bored only reading about real estate.
Right.
So then I said there has to be something interesting. So that's how we I came up with this idea of starting a lifestyle magazine,
Hmm.
and started this. Did well. We created a lot of IPs under that. We organize music concerts. Uh, we have some awards IPs.
Yes, awards
We
as well.
have talk shows like the way we did with
Shashi
Shashi
Tharoor.
Tharoor.
Yeah.
We would be doing very soon. I mean, there are multiple
Yeah.
speakers lined up over a period of next 3 to 4 months. So that's going to happen, and so that's one. So essentially, it's a print magazine
Mhm.
in this digital age,
Yeah.
and I don't think print is ever going to die. And I am a firm believer of the fact that whatever said and done, there will be people who would only want to go through their phone and scroll through their
Yeah.
screens, but the real fun is in reading a magazine or a newspaper or
Hmm.
anything that is in print. The fact that we have authors still writing and printing books,
Yeah.
which and because you're talking of reading, I mean, books are, when you think of books, I mean, yes, there are Kindles of the world and there are
Yeah.
e-books and all of that, but what really matters is a hard copy book.
True.
And I do believe that magazines are never going to go out of fashion.
Hmm.
They're never going to die. Print will never die.
Hmm. Amazing. Amazing. So we are the last question of the podcast. So, what is your vision for your 10 years down the line? Or, now what does Abhishek Kulkarni in 2025 look at his future like? And what is the kind of legacy that you would want to leave?
No, see, I won't talk about the future in numbers because one, as far as business is concerned, the reason
Hmm.
being your goalpost keeps shifting.
Correct.
And today I might say that if I'm, let's say, doing a business worth of 10 rupees, I might say that a year down the line I want to reach 100 rupees.
Hmm.
But I know for sure that I am capable of doing 100 rupees in the next, let's say, 1 month.
Right.
Why do I put that 100 rupee number for a 1 year when
Hmm.
I know that I'm capable of doing 10,000 or 1 lakh
Correct.
1 year down the line? So the goalpost keeps shifting. So I will never think of myself from a goal or a vision perspective from the number
Numbers
side.
perspective. Yeah.
As far as the overall this is concerned, the industry that we are in, if you are not market leaders in that industry, with every single day that passes, if you have
Hmm.
not made a difference, a positive difference, it may not be visible to you.
Right.
The person, your competitor or anyone else or our clients or anyone would not see that visible difference in us,
Right.
uh, that we've
Yeah.
done a great difference. As far as you're satisfied that you're done that, and I know that there were 5 particular things that I had to do yesterday,
Hmm.
out of which if I have been able to do those 5 or 4 for that matter, okay, if that is giving me a satisfaction when I go back home, when I go to sleep at night, I think that is, and again, this is again a very cliched thing that when you go to sleep, if you're at peace and all, that's honestly a very
Right.
cliched thing from
Yeah.
my perspective. But my thought process is that you have to be confident. Your wife, husband, or your parents, your family, or your employees, or anyone, more than anyone else, if you are at peace with what you have done and you're genuinely very happy about the achievements that you're doing, that you're seeing, or the progress that you're making, I think that holds more value than what the outside world sees you in the
Absolutely.
progress that you're seeing. And I think I am doing a fairly decent job as far as what I'm doing, with the goal and the vision that I have set for myself, which only I know about. No one else would know, because it's a battle that you're fighting yourself.
Correct.
It's a battle that you're fighting. It's a journey that it's yourself. No matter how close the other person is to you,
Correct.
even if it is your spouse, uh, but this journey is my journey. And so I have to be satisfied. I have to be happy with what I am doing. I have to be at peace, and I cannot fool myself. Just
Right.
for the sake of it, I cannot say that I have had a great day today, I'll have a drink today. If you have actually not had a great day, there's no point in celebrating the day that
Absolutely.
you're at least you may want to go have a drink, but don't have it at the with the reasoning that, oh, I have done a fantastic. If you've
Like
not done it, you've not done it.
Then it's not a reward.
But it gives me peace every single day that I have been doing a fantastic job, at least with the vision and the path that I have set for myself.
Amazing, amazing. I think we're at the end of our podcast.
It's
Abhishek,
lovely talking to you. It
it
has
was
always been lovely
same.
speaking to you
It has
last
been the
time
same. I
also.
mean, we've been talking for the last 2 hours now.
Yes.
I didn't even feel like the time flew so fast. But thank you so much, Abhishek.
Always a
And
pleasure.
this is not the first, and this is not the last one that I will do with you. You promised
100%.
us one in the helicopter that we're going to go
Done.
around
We
and
are
we're going to
going to
talk
go.
about more about aviation during that one. But for our guests, for our viewers, sorry, please look into the camera and just ask them to like, follow, and subscribe us and your experience on Kay Boltaay. That's it.
So, hi, this is Abhishek Kulkarni. I'm the founder and CEO of Urbane Jets. Please like, subscribe, and follow Kay Boltaay, because I know I've been a part of their podcast in earlier once with my wife. That was a different topic altogether, but I know that they're doing an incredible job, and I love their podcasts. I love their videos. Their guests are incredible. You can see one, and he is an incredible guest for them. And but jokes aside, please follow them, like them, subscribe to them. There is so much interesting stuff. There's so many people that we get learnings from, and Kai Bolta is a podcast who invites some wonderful people from whom we learn a lot. So like, subscribe, and follow. All the very best.
Thank you, everyone. And if you have any comments, you can please comment. We'll be giving the links of the website of the magazine that if you want to subscribe to. And if you have any questions, please do type. We'll get maximum answered by Abhishek. But thank you for watching, and please like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you.